Howdy folks, and welcome back to my World of Tanks replays with the mighty Jingles. Today I just wanted a bit of fond farewell to the Tier 8 Lorraine 40T French medium tank. Patch 7.5 is just around the corner. The Lorraine's being bumped up to Tier 9, where I still feel it can do well. Haven't played it on the test server. But it's all about Tier 8. And I really loved this tank. This is easily my favourite tank in the game. And playing this thing at Tier 8 has been an absolute joy. There are certain tanks that are just right for you. You can't really describe what it is about them, but they just fit the way you play the game. And for me, it has been, to a lesser degree, the AMX 1390, but certainly the Lorraine 40T has just been my tank. So, as a way of saying goodbye to it at Tier 8, I've thrown together a little compilation of some Lorraine gameplay, and you can see why I think this is an absolutely amazing tank. So we're on mines here.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And what I tend to do,
We nailed them back.
depending on the situation obviously, and the map, when I'm playing the Lorraine, I tend to play it very cautiously at the early stages of the game. Because it does have low health, it does have crappy armor. And the gun isn't the most accurate in the world. So I tend to play it very cautiously at the beginning stages of the map until I can figure out what's going where and where I can best put this thing's speed and maneuverability to best use. And of course that phenomenal burst fire damage from the 100mm gun. There are people that use the 90mm, I'm not one of them. It does have a monstrous 52-second reload at Tier 8,
Enemy armor is hit.
which totally dictates the way you have to play this thing.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
But it can just be so satisfying. I mean, it's everything I want in a tank. It's quick, it's mobile, the turret traverse is good, the tank traverse is good, it accelerates well. The armor's hopeless, of course. I mean, you can't have everything. And it can really push that firepower out. But you have to play it very tactically. It's all about knowing, judging the situation, and deciding where is the best place to use that burst damage potential. You don't always get it right. When you get it wrong, it goes horribly wrong. But when it goes right, this is the most fun tank in the game for me. And this is what I'm talking about. I've reloaded, I've got a full clip of ammo, we've done some... Oh, we got one kill, killed a Panther 2. We've severely damaged a bunch of other tanks. We've helped. We've been supporting so far. We haven't really been doing what the Lorraine excels at, and that's assassinating vulnerable targets. But now the game's settled down, we're winning quite comfortably 6-2, it's time to go on the prowl. And this tank really is an assassin. Oh, KV3. He fires, he misses. I have 5 shots left. I know I can beat his reload.
Penetration.
And we set him on fire
Enemy fuel tank is hit.
and put him out of his misery with an ammo rack shot. Still got 3 shots left. There's a 4502 over there. Let's go and help out a KV5. And this is what the Lorraine is good at. You should never, ever, if you get the choice, and you're not always going to get the choice, you should never be going after targets one-on-one if they are going to be in a position to shoot back at you. Ideally, with the Lorraine, and this is true of the AMX series of tanks as well, the 1375, the 12T, the 1390, you don't want to be the target that is getting shot at. You want to be supporting the ones that are getting shot at. So I'm going to go for a reload here, but we've just spotted a KV3 over there, and the KV5's exchanging shots with him. Now this is what I'm talking about as a support tank. I've still got a good 30 30 seconds of reload left to go. But that doesn't mean you can't do anything in the Lorraine. Now there are only 3 tanks left. There's a pretty full health KV-3. We don't know where the Jagdpanther is. It turns out he's on the hill by the enemy base. And I've still got a good 15-20 seconds of reload left. But just watch how we support that KV-5 over there. Now this KV-3 is trying to... He's just fired. I can't shoot him yet. But look at what the KV-5 can do while this guy's trying to bring his gun turret to bear on me. And now I'm loaded. And now you're dead.
He's gone. Find another target.
This is why I love the Lorraine. And there we found the Jagdpanther, and he's the only one on the enemy team left alive. So I'll go a little bit spam happy here with the gun. But it's all over by the shouting at this point. Yeah, he was sort of there, so I just... yeah, why not? Got 3 shots left. Save 1 just in case he does actually pop up again. Maybe I can get the killing blow into him. Go looking for him. I'm pretty sure somebody else gets him before I see him. Yeah, there we go. KV-5. Bingo. Now when you're driving the Lorraine, you're always trying to get yourself into the situation, as I said in the previous clip, where you are not the focus of the enemy team's attention. It's a very, very predatory playstyle. It's very opportunistic. Here we go. Stug. Concentrating on a Panzer IV.
They're hit.
And that's an easy kill.
Enemy vehicle knocked out.
4 shots left. Go for a reload. Nah, we can do a lot of damage with 4 shots. And there's a T-44 under the bridge that our Type 59 is engaged with, so let's go and help him out. That Type 59 is very, very good, by the way.
Enemy armor is
And the
damaged.
Type 59 can easily finish him off now. There we go. And there's a Sherman on the next bridge, and he has killed... I'm not sure, there's a dead friendly up there. Looks like the T-50. So, and this is decision time. Now I know there's a Sherman up there, and I can kill a Sherman in 3 shots, but what if he has friends? And I'm the furthest one forward, so I'm probably going to go for a reload. KV-3 as well. Yeah. Okay, yep, reload. And I'll just park here. And again, I ain't going to be the first one forward. We'll let guys who actually have armour do that, and right decision. KV-2, Sherman, KV-3 on the hill above. Ideally I would have gone for that reload a little faster, a little sooner. And this Type 59 is just showing no fear whatsoever. And he's really putting the cat among the pigeons. But I can't help him for about another 15 seconds. Of course that doesn't mean you can't get into position so that you can help him. Immediately you are reloaded. And here we go.
They're knocked out.
Now, 4 shots. Know there's a KV-3 up there. Pretty sure he doesn't know where I am. Have a quick look. Is his gun pointing the other way? Yes, it is. Let's go.
Penetration.
Now, I certainly wouldn't advocate firing on the move
Enemy is hit.
in an AMX 1390. The 90mm gun
We didn't even scratch him.
just isn't accurate enough. And I would only do it with a 100mm gun on the Lorraine at very, very close range like that. He's fired. Okay, leap out. Still got 2 shots. We can kill him.
He's gone. Find another target.
And a large part of driving the Lorraine successfully is, well, it's knowing what you're attacking. I knew I could get at least 2 shots off in the reload time with the KV-3, and it was perfectly safe to pop out, stop in front of him, and make sure that last shot went through his driver's viewport. And again, 52-second reload. That's one thing about the Lorraine at tier 9 that I will not be sorry to see. The improved reload on this 100mm gun. I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it's down to 37 seconds. But it's a massive improvement. It's sort of equivalent to what the 100mm gun reload was on the Batchat at tier 9. And the Batchat performed pretty well at tier 9 with that gun and that reload, and that's pretty much exactly what the Lorraine is going to be. Just not quite as fast, but more manoeuvrable. And I'm happy with that trade-off. So our guys in the town, that Revoir driver in particular, has done a fantastic job of holding the attack off, and we've just completely, I mean, we could go for the cap right now, but we're winning 11-6. My gun hungers. Long-range shots with this gun are always a bit of a lottery. And all we have left is Panzer IV, 3601 and a Lorraine. And our Revoir driver starts complaining that nobody supported him in the town. Well, yeah, sorry. Kind of busy ourselves down here. Five shots left in the clip. Come on. Gotcha. That Panzer IV is deep in hiding, by the way. We never actually find him. This is pretty much the last kill of the game. Oh, come on. Bounced? Seriously? That cost me the kill. God, I love this tank. Now, playing the Lorraine on a city map is well, it's pretty much a different proposition entirely. You don't have those wide open expanses to sweep around on that you do on an open map, obviously. I mean, here on Ensk there is a nice wide open area over in the east side of the map, but it's an absolute death trap. And lurking around the sides of buildings is really not the Lorraine's natural environment. So the rule of thumb when you're in a Lorraine on a city map is always go with friends. Especially friends who don't have an autoloader. So when you're dry, wait for a reload, they can help you out. So we're pretty good on this side. I mean, there's a Type 59, a 3002 DB, there's another Lorraine, there's a T-44 behind us. But I'm not a massive fan of the Lorraine on a city map, because you're surrendering a lot of your advantages. There are much more limited situations where you can put your speed and manoeuvrability to use. And playing peekaboo around corners is not what this thing's for. And if I was in an IS-3, it'd be a different matter. This is an IS-3's natural environment. This is an IS-7's natural environment. This is not a Lorraine's natural environment. But this is the map we're on, so, you know, you can only play with the hand that you've been dealt. I do still have 4 shots left in this clip, and these sneaky buggers are trying to sneak down the side of the tracks. Now again, you don't really want to be peeking around a corner trading shots with an IS or another Lorraine. But you kind of have to accept that you're going to get fired upon in this sort of circumstance. 2 shots left. Make them count. Make them count. 1 shot left. Not going to get a kill, but we can still hurt them. And don't get hit again. Pull back. And this is, as I said, it's not the Lorraine's natural environment. But providing you are somewhere safe where you can pull back to in cover to reload, and providing there are other tanks with you, you don't have to pull back into cover and wait 52 seconds to reload. You can still defend in a Lorraine or any, you know, French tank with an autoloader. But what you want to be doing is getting out there on the flanks. And it's very, very hard in a city map to resist the urge to do that on the Lorraine. Because if you do it too early, it will just get you killed. And I have said that driving the Lorraine is all about looking for those opportunities.
They're knocked out.
And that's probably true more than anywhere else on a city map. Time after time after time, I'll get someplace like Ensk on the Lorraine, and I'll do what I normally do in the Lorraine. I'll swoop out on the flanks,
Looks like that
look for
one's
targets,
halfway through.
and you really do need to be more cautious.
He's gone. Find another target.
And do what I'm doing here. Never go anywhere alone. Just don't do exactly what it is that I do here. In fact, God, what am I doing? This can just be our little secret, okay? We'll just pretend this never happened. I should have died 3 different times there. But in my defence, I didn't go up there alone. And those guys were so concentrated on killing me, which they should have done, that my friends got 3 shots into both of them. I'm not going to say that was my plan. I'd like to, but I don't think anyone would fall for it. Yeah, I screwed up. But didn't go there alone, got away with it. And at this point, they only have 1 Chaffee left. I'm still reloading. I have no idea where he is. I'm not interested in going finding him. So I'm going to grab some capture points. So that's the Lorraine 40T French Tier 8 medium tank. A fantastic machine. It is the tank for me. The only thing I don't like about it is the 52-second reload on the 100mm gun. But in a couple of days, this little beauty has been promoted to Tier 9, and that 52-second reload is being cut down to 37 seconds, which is fantastic news. So if I enjoy playing the Lorraine at Tier 9 even half as much as I enjoyed playing it at Tier 8, it's still going to be my favourite tank in the game. So that was a little au revoir to the Tier 8 Lorraine French medium tank. I hope you enjoyed the replays, and I'll catch you next time.